Okay, welcome back, or actually, welcome, because this is my first recording of my Ultimate Decades Challenge. Um, where'd my roof go? Already, y'all. Anyway, so if you've heard of the Ultimate Decades Challenge, good. If you haven't, it's a very popular challenge that a lot of people are doing. You might have seen it on YouTube. The original challenge was by Zombie Cleo, and that started in the 1890s, and then you play up until today, 2020, 2025, whatever. The Ultimate Decades Challenge was made by MorbidGamer. And how you play that challenge, it's been modified and designed so that you can start in the 1300s and make it all the way to current day America if you're that strong, I guess. I think I've seen people make it to the, I don't think I've seen anybody make it to the 1400s straight through from the 1300s. I think, but I've only seen a few people. I guess my top three is MorbidGamer. Um, she played for a while, and then like disappeared. Hope she's doing okay. Um, so you can find her Ultimate Decades Challenge on her MorbidGamer YouTube page. I also watch Sleepy Time Sims. They're currently still in the 1300s. And Plum Bob's in the past. And I just started watching hers, but I think she's still in the 1300s as well. So whoever makes it from the 1300s to the 2020s needs an award, needs money, needs a prize, because it's a lot. And in that challenge, the Morbid Gamers Challenge, they start in the medieval times in England. I'm doing this as a Native American challenge. We are starting in pre-colonial America before the evils came in 1492. Before the evil colonizing, you know. So anyway, the point of this decade's challenge is to, of course, challenge yourself, but at the same time, live as historically accurate as possible and get your family's legacy to survive to modern times without dying out. You can expect a lot of tough times, death, and heartache, but still fun times as well. And I will say there's a trigger warning because we'll be playing through wars, pandemics, tragic events, and have Sims dying, including babies, toddlers, and children. My depiction of this challenge does not in any way allow or support the ideas of racism, homophobia, incest, slavery, genocide, sexism, and colonization. But to be historically accurate, I'm trying to decide. I think I will have foreigners come in the late 1400s, 1500s, but they're not going to come the way history. We're going to leave all the bad stuff out. Let's just say that, because I mean, who wants to go through that? This is a game, okay? So, but I'll decide that later. We luckily have 200 years before we even have to do any of that. So this is a very peaceful time, except for, I guess, wars between tribes. The tribe that we'll be playing with today is based on like the Algonquin tribes, the northeast tribes of America. That's where I'm descended from. I'm descended from Algonquin. Specifically Montauk, which is Long Island, the Hamptons, New York. That's where my family. That's where, well, part of my family originated. I'm also Cherokee. Um, so yeah. And my Native American name is actually Blossoming Butterfly. I'm thinking about taking a Montaukett language class. Um, if you're Montaukett as well, please shout out. We might be related. Who knows? But anyway, so yeah, let's just get this started. And then if I need to explain anything historically, I guess I will. I don't know. So here is Soka Moon. She is the matriarch of the family. I basically started playing in the 1290s just to get acquainted, and I couldn't even start my game. And I'm not even going to go into it because I go into it in my other videos. But you know, mods and bugs and patches and updates just completely messed up my Decades Challenge before I could even start it. That's why it took me so long to actually start it. I made a trailer last year and it's taken me like a year to figure out. So yeah, so this is Soka Moon. She's the matriarch. She's basically Gen Zero. Um, she's like the literal beginning. Um, Everything that comes after stems from her. Yeah, she was married to the chief Wapi Moon, but he passed. She has 4 children. The current chief Wapi Manapi, Kiona, Tayan, Cayuga, Moon, and she adopted Yumi Magina. You'll be meeting them later. So that's like the Gen Zero family that I made. So yeah, so she's like the grandmother matriarch. And Native Americans, they did things matrilineally. The women were in charge. So progressive, can we say that? So yeah, this is Soka Moon. She's very much into herbalism. She is like, I wouldn't say witch doctor, but she's the herbalist. She's the potion. She's the one that you get those secret serums from. She's the one who, yeah. And she's an elder. Her daughter, one of her daughters is Cayuga Moon. So here she is. So this is Gen 1, Cayuga. Yeah. And she married Mohawk. Mohawk I can't speak today. I'm sorry, y'all. Mohawk Huron. And so this is her hubby. They just got married. The wedding was very nice. And it actually went the way it was supposed to. So when I played in the 1290s just to get acquainted, I was thinking about the heirs. I'm gonna do the heirs, I guess, matrilineally. I can't speak. But yeah, I'm gonna make women the heirs. Okay, I'm gonna do my own thing. Even though men were chiefs, I guess, the women will be in charge. So I guess there'll be like 2 heirs, I guess. If that's not historically accurate, let me know, I guess. But that's how I'm going to do it for now. So I only plan on them having 1 child at a time and then figuring it out. But on their first try for baby, they had not 1 child, not twins, not triplets. They had quadruplets on the first try. And research said that I think the first quadruplets weren't even born until like the 1800s. But you know what? This is what the game did. And you know what? History has been erased so much that I'm pretty sure maybe there was quadruplets born earlier than that. I don't know. I know childbirth was very hard and you barely survived even with one baby, but who knows? But so yeah, so we have four children. Um and yeah, when I played, um if you've seen the Ultimate Decades Challenge before, um when when everybody plays, there's this thing called rolls. You roll to see if people age up because a lot of people did not even make it past the baby age, the childbirth age, the toddler phase. Um, Once they get to teen, they're okay. They basically kind of live out the rest of their life, but their life still wasn't very long. So I played it without that. I didn't roll any of them. So everyone's been very lucky so far. And that is why we have four children. Because with rolls, I'm pretty sure if I did roll, maybe half would have survived. And maybe not even Cayuga, the mother. So we played all the way up to uh, whenever I was ready to record. And that's today. So today is January 1st, 1300. We're in a new millennium, a new centennial. Um, so yeah, that's the family. Um, Now, Native Americans lived in what you would call a longhouse. I think Vikings did it as well. So they live in a longhouse, and basically, your whole family will live together, and side households, like a whole tribe, would live here. So when you have side households in this challenge, they live elsewhere and you don't really have to worry about them. You just check in on them from time to time, roll for them when they have their birthday. If you have any special events such as wars and stuff like that, you check in on them. You don't really worry about them. You just worry about the main family and then the heir. But the way I'm playing it, and the way Native American longhouses and families were set up, the side households and the main households, the heirs, they all live together. So it's going to be a lot. Um, yeah, so that's going to be interesting. I'll introduce you to the side household, basically Cayuga's siblings. Um, yeah, so there's going to be a lot of people on this lot, and I hope um, Master Control Center can handle it. I heard there was a bug when adding more than 8 Sims to your house, even though you're able to do that in Master Control Center. I heard there was a bug going around anyway that wouldn't let you add anybody else, and there was just a lot of bugs with that. So let's hope we can do that. Um, yeah. Someone suggested me to get for rent, so you could have different households in one lot. But I've seen people play with for rent, and there was a lot of bugs and patches, and I didn't really want to deal with that. And that wasn't a pack that I really needed to have, so I didn't get it. But, if I have to, I will. Let's just say that. So it's 1300. Um, the children are 10 years old at this point. They were all born in 1290. They've all made it to this point without rolls, but starting today, we're going to do rolls. Now, unless you guys don't like it, I'm not going to do my rolls on camera. That's how everybody does it. They will literally roll the dice on camera, and you will see if the baby lives or dies, or whatever person lives or dies. I'm going to try something different and not do that on camera and just have the event happen when it happens. Because, yeah, when you roll on their birthday, that means they die on their birthday. And that's like, that's so sad. So, yeah. So it'll be a surprise to you all, but not to me. So, yeah. And, to keep like the story going and, if y'all prefer to see the dice like everybody else, I guess I can accommodate. So we're going to start with the oldest, Hiawatha Huron. Um, yeah. She's artistic prodigy. I don't have a lot of aspirations for children yet. I took all my mods out and I'm slowly adding them back in because yeah, I had 19,000. My mods folder had 19,000 items in it, so I'm just you know. Okay, she's forbearing. Um, so these Sims never get uncomfortable, tired, or in pain. Um, she's a goofball as well, so she's playful and she's neat. These Sims become happy and have fun when performing household chores, can have a cleaning frenzy, and become really uncomfortable in dirty surroundings. Good luck, babe. Because with all these people in this house. But yeah, so this is Hiawatha. She's 10 years old. Let me introduce you to the other quadruplets. Um, the next oldest is Mohawk Haran Jr., named after the dad, first son to pop out. He is a whiz kid. He's very smart. He's a cat lover. He also got haunted. When you pick traits for your Sims in the UDC, you randomize them. You don't pick them yourself unless it randomizes something completely random and does not work for you. Then you can, change it. You could do whatever you want. I kept haunted because Soka is into potions and herbalism. Um, so I thought maybe he's a little clairvoyant. You know, talks to spirits and stuff. Who knows? And he's a child of the islands. Okay. Next is Soaring Eagle Huron. Um, when I was picking names for these Sims, uh, Native Americans like to use, their spirit animal. The chief usually names the children. Um, and so I was just wondering about names. And my father, he passed last March. Um, so I don't know if that's a good idea, but so Soaring Eagle has a special place in my heart because that is his name. Um, that is his Native American name. And it's funny that he got artistic prodigy. He wasn't an artist, but he was a musical artist. So he's a horse lover, he's a vegetarian, and he's bold. Um, yeah, these Sims have a strong bond with horses. They have an easier time socializing with and caring for horses than other Sims. So hopefully he can help out with their horse named Chief. This is actually the Chief's horse, but um, yeah, the Chief can probably teach him, and Mohawk as well. Um, he's a vegetarian, which is going to be funny. These Sims will actively avoid eating foods that contain meat products and can become sick if they eat such foods. Bold, these Sims never get embarrassed or insecure. And last and not least, the youngest is Suncloud Haran. He has the super siblings aspiration. These Sims want to build a great relationship with the siblings. They hope to call an ally. He's outgoing. So they gain powerful moodlets from friendly socialization, have their social need decay quickly, and gain more negative moodlets when their social need is low. He's weatherproof, so these Sims are not affected by the weather. This is a supernatural trait, so maybe he got that from his grandmother. And he's macabre. He embraces his little inner darkness and occasional intrusions of light. Macabre Sims are all about being their best unique Sim self while still reveling in all that life and the afterlife has to offer. So I guess he's into that. So that's the baby. So yeah, those are the 4 children. Those are the quadruplets. Those are the quads. Those are the babies. Because that was a hard pregnancy to go through, especially back then. We cheated and kept them. Now let's see what the Sims fate has in store for them. Oh, look at this. Look at this family. Look at this happy family. I've been getting infinite load screens, so please pray for me. Oh, thank God. So let me introduce you to the rest of the family in the Moon Ron house. Anyway, so here is the chief, Wapi Manapi. I didn't pick these names. These were the names that of the sim. These are pre-made sims. Yeah, these are pre-made sims here that I'm introducing you to. You can get them from Casmar Sims on the gallery, or I think on her website. But yeah, this is Chief Wapi Manapi. He is Soka Moon's eldest son, the eldest son of Wapi Moon, who used to be chief, and now he is the chief. You know, his father was a chief, now he's the chief. I know I said that the lines, the family lines and descendants and everything like that is matrilineal, but they still had male chiefs, but like on the council, it was mostly women. The women basically took care of basically everything, while the men protected the camp, the village, whatever, their area, their home, and they would hunt and forage and everything like that. But everything else the women did. So yeah, let me introduce you to Chief Wapi. Open. So this is Chief Wapi Manapi Moon. His father, Soka's husband, passed, and so when he passed, Wapi became the chief. So he's the chief. He's Soka's son. Cayuga's brother. Cayuga's brother. And I'll introduce his other sibling in a second. But yeah, so he's the chief. Yeah, basically he's the royal family monarch, which makes him domestic, I guess. Well, we'll ignore that. So he's self-assured, jealous, a horse lover, charming, and he's the king. Okay, so I have that as a trait. Good. Yeah, he's in charge of the Moon family dynasty and this lot here. He is the king of this village. Yeah, so that's Wapi. Now I'll introduce you to his other sister, Soka Moon's other daughter. This is Kiona Tayen Moon. Again, you can download her from Casmar Sim's website. I love her. She's like so it. So yeah, she's Soka Moon's youngest daughter. Let me see. So she's an outdoor enthusiast. She's a collector. She's bold. She loves the outdoors. She's adventurous. She's quite a tomboy, and she's a horse lover. She loves archery. She dreams of riding on horseback with Chief and the guys. She's like a guy's girl, you know. She's not like other girls. So yeah, so that's Kiona Tan Moon. Love her. So yeah, this is her fit. Yeah, the Sims that you download from Castmar, they wear this. So I love these native outfit. Now this tall drink of water is Kasunke Hute. Again, downloaded him from Castmar Sims. So yeah, he's the ultimate warrior, dominant, fearless. Yeah, think Coco from Pocahontas. So yeah, Kasuke Hunte, he's not part of the moon family, like biologically per se. But he and the chief, Wapi Manapi, they've been best friends since like diapers. Then Kasunke Humte, his family, his village, they are basically wiped out in this really bad warring of tribes in the late 1200s when they were just babies. And so Soka and Chief Wapi took him in, and so he basically grew up around the family, but he isn't biologically a part of the family, so he's still here. He's still here. He helps out. He's Chief Wapi's like wingman bestie. Yeah, he's always down for the cause. If you need him to kill something, he will do it, whether it be a bunny or a bad guy. Right? So, yeah, his aspiration is to be a military hero. He wants to come home. He wants a war. He's really into, even though it took his family, he's waiting for another war to come so he could get his revenge. So yeah, he's very into the military. He wants to be a military hero. He wants to kill all the bad guys and come home to the glory. He has high metabolism. So his traits are he's jealous, he's a loner, he's fearless, he's forbearing, and he's a hothead. Okay. So yeah, he's Chief Wapi Jr.'s brother from another mother. He grew up around Kiona and Cayuga. He didn't know who he liked more, but then Cayuga decided to get married to Mohawk, so he was like, I guess she's out. But he also doesn't want to upset his best friend, but he's like, wait, Kiona is that girl. Like, she knows how to shoot arrows almost as good as him. She can ride horseback. She loves the same things as him. So like they're really good friends as well. But he's trying to hide the fact that there may be some feelings there. He doesn't know how Wapi or Soka or anybody or even Kiona will take that news. But come on, this is Kasuke Hute. Okay, we're gonna make his name a thing. This is Kasuke Hute. Okay, like look at that. Look at him. Okay, he's so confident that he just wears a loincloth. Like he lets it all hang out. What you see is what you get, and this is what you see, and this is what you get. Like ladies, come on. Okay, last and certainly not least is Yumi Majina. another Casmar Sims creation. Downloaded her from her website, their website. So yeah, this is Yumi Majina. So her story is that while Wapi Manapi Sr. was out hunting and foraging, he found an abandoned child in the woods, and that abandoned child was Yumi Majina. This happened while the current Chief Wapi, Cayuga, and Kiona Tan were all very young. So yeah, so he found a baby in the woods, a young child, a toddler, and it was Yumi. So Soko was like, yeah, we're adopting her, we're keeping her. So she's an adopted sister, but they do not have she doesn't have any biological ties with any of them, just like Kasunke. He was unofficially like led into the family. She was kind of like officially entered into the family. Like, yeah. So but this makes things a little awkward for Chief Wapi Manapi here because he's very attracted to her. He's been, I guess, quiet but longing for her for a minute now. But he doesn't really know what to do with those feelings. So yeah, so that is the whole family to be finally. So this is the whole family. This is the longhouse. This is their thing. Okay. So that's an introduction to the family. Spring, day 5, and it's a full moon. Now, what I want to explain to you now, so for my Ultimate Decades challenge, since all the moons that you hear about, the blood moon, wolf moon, strawberry moon, that all comes from Native Americans. Okay. So now I decided to make a full moon type of role for my Sims. So I decided to make like a cheat code or a role or something like that. And so, yeah. So it's spring and it's a full moon. So, so this will be the worm moon. Native Americans called March the worm moon because earthworms start to surface this time of the year, signaling the end of winter and the start of spring. The ground begins to soften, and with the reappearance of earthworms, the birds return to their homes. So March brings the spring equinox and the official start of the year. So now is the time to celebrate nature's rebirth and to free oneself from anything that hinders progress. So, for the worm moon, I decided that if anyone tries for a baby today during this full moon, they'll get an increased chance of trying for a baby, even if infertile. So a miracle could happen. So that's what today is. So we're all gonna moon bathe. It's tradition. We do this every full moon. It's what they do. It's what they do. Everybody that moon bathes is gonna have that, except for their children, of course. They're gonna have that chance to, they'll have an increased chance of having a child. So let's hope for Cayuga's sake that she won't do it. Okay, so everybody moonbathes, okay. So this is the kitchen. I don't know if I showed y'all this. The house is really dark because we're off the grid. So yeah, I just made a little kitchen here with some medieval CC. Oh, it looks like something's broken. Okay, so it's 2 a.m. Let's get everybody to bed. Okay, it's bedtime for everybody. Oh, wait, let's see if this works. Oh. Okay, that send to bed interaction puts everybody to bed. That's by Little Miss Sam, so shout out to her, because look at this. They're all just going to bed. This has never happened for me before. This is insane. Okay, so we met the family. And so this is how the longhouses were situated. All the beds were on one side. All the beds were against the wall, and everybody would sleep. There would be little tiny fires along the walkway and a long hallway. So you would have enough light to see. You would have fire for warmth and stuff like that. Yeah. And then I just added like a kitchen area. Usually it's just all beds on this side. But I added a kitchen area for that instead, just so they can eat. Nobody took advantage of the worm moon, so we'll just okay, so we're gonna stop recording here.